It is the spring of 1597. In a stone cell beneath the royal capital, an admiral kneels in chains. His ribs are broken. His back is raw from the bamboo cane. Outside, a Japanese armada of 133 ships sails unopposed toward the Korean coast. This man has won 23 naval battles without losing a single one. He has saved his country from extinction, and his own king has just signed the order to have him executed. Why? To understand how Korea's greatest hero ended up in chains, you have to understand the kingdom he was born to defend. Joseon, Korea, in the late 16th century, is a Confucian kingdom 200 years old. It is ruled by King Seonjo, the 14th monarch of the dynasty, a cautious, suspicious man who came to the throne at 16. His court is paralyzed by faction. The Easterners and the Westerners, two political blocs, spend more energy destroying each other than governing. The army has not fought a real war in living memory. Coastal garrisons are understaffed, cannons sit unused, and across the sea in Japan, something monstrous has just finished assembling itself. His name is Toyotomi Hideyoshi, a peasant turned warlord who has just unified Japan after a century of civil war. He commands 158,000 battle-hardened samurai, and he wants more than Korea. He wants Beijing. Korea, he decides, will be the doorway, the road to China. On May 23, 1592, that doorway is kicked open. Within 20 days, the Japanese capture Hanyang, the capital. King Seonjo flees north in disgrace. The kingdom is collapsing. But on the southern coast, one man is about to change everything. His name is Yi Sun-sin. At 47 years old, he commands a small naval district on Korea's southern coast. He is not famous. He is not noble-born in any spectacular way. He failed his first military exam at 28 when his horse threw him and broke his leg. He bandaged it with willow branches and finished the test anyway. He failed. He passed 4 years later, ranking near the bottom of his class. His career has been quiet, slow, and twice destroyed by political enemies who falsely accused him. But 14 months before the invasion, Yi Sun-sin is given command of the Jeolla Left Naval District, and he does something nobody else in Joseon is doing. He prepares. He drills his sailors daily. He stockpiles gunpowder. He repairs every cannon in his fleet, and he resurrects an old naval design no one has built in decades, the Jeobukseon, the turtle ship. Picture it, a warship roofed in iron spikes so enemies cannot board, 26 cannons mounted along its sides, a dragon-shaped prow that breathes sulfur smoke to terrify the enemy, oars on both flanks for sudden direction changes. It is the world's first armored warship, built 300 years before the ironclads of the American Civil War. On July 8, 1592, 6 weeks into the invasion, Yi Sun-sin engages a Japanese fleet at Hansando, the Hansan Island Strait. He uses a formation called Hakikjin, the crane wing. His ships lure the Japanese into open water, then fold around them like a closing fan. 59 Japanese ships are destroyed. Korean losses, 0 ships, 19 men. It is one of the most lopsided naval victories in human history, and it cuts Hideyoshi's supply line in half. The Japanese army in Korea is suddenly starving. In Tokyo's war councils, Hideyoshi can no longer ignore him. "Destroy that admiral," he orders, "and Korea will fall in a month." But Yi Sun-sin keeps winning. Myeongyang, Busan, Danghangpo, battle after battle, 23 in total, he never loses. Through it all, he writes a diary, the Nanjung Ilgi, the war diary. In it, he is not a god of war. He is a tired man. He worries about his elderly mother. He is sick with stomach pain. He cannot sleep. But back in Hanyang, recaptured by Korean and Ming Chinese forces in 1593, King Seonjo is reading reports of Yi Sun-sin's victories with a strange, tightening fear. Because in Joseon, a general who is loved by his soldiers and adored by the people is not a hero. He is a threat. The Westerners' faction begins whispering, Yi Sun-sin is too independent. He disobeys royal orders. He has built a personal fleet. He has the loyalty of every sailor on the Southern Sea. His chief rival, Admiral Won-gyun, feeds the king poison disguised as honesty. Yi Sun-sin, he says, plans to seize the throne. Then, in early 1597, Hideyoshi launches his second invasion, 140,000 troops. And he does something brilliant. He sends a double agent to the Korean court with false intelligence, claiming a Japanese general will sail across a specific strait on a specific day. Intercept him there, and the war ends. The king orders Yi Sun-sin to attack. Yi Sun-sin reads the order and refuses. It is a trap. The strait is shallow, narrow, choked with reefs. Sailing into it would mean annihilation. The king's response is instant. Arrest him, bring him to Hanyang in chains. In March 1597, Yi Sun-sin is dragged to the capital. He is interrogated, tortured. The bamboo cane breaks across his back 30 times. The king signs his death warrant. Only one man saves him, Jong-tak, an aging minister who throws himself before the throne and begs. "Kill this man," he says, "and you will lose Korea." The sentence is reduced. Yi Sun-sin is demoted to common soldier, stripped of rank, sent south to serve as a foot infantryman under the rival who destroyed him. Won-gyun is given command of Yi Sun-sin's fleet, 166 warships, the most powerful navy Korea has ever assembled. On August 28, 1597, Won-gyun sails directly into the Japanese trap at Chilcholyang. In a single night, the Korean navy is annihilated. 157 ships destroyed. Won-gyun killed. Thousands of sailors drowned. The Southern Sea is undefended. Japan can supply its army at will. Korea is lost. The king receives the news and weeps. A royal courier is dispatched the same day. The order: find Yi Sun-sin, reinstate him, beg him to save the kingdom. When the messenger reaches him, Yi Sun-sin has 12 ships left. 12, against 330 Japanese warships sailing north. He writes back to the king a single sentence that Korean schoolchildren still memorize 400 years later. On October 26, 1597, he draws the Japanese fleet into the Myeongyang Strait, a channel so narrow only a few ships can pass abreast. The tides reverse violently every 6 hours. 330 Japanese ships funnel into the strait. The current turns. They cannot retreat. Yi Sun-sin's 12 ships destroy 31 Japanese ships in a single afternoon. Korean losses, 0. It is, by most historians' measure, the greatest naval upset in recorded history. 1 year later, on December 16, 1598, in the final battle of the war at Noryang, Yi Sun-sin commands the allied Korean Ming fleet against the retreating Japanese. As the Japanese flee, a stray musket ball strikes him under the left armpit. His final words, recorded by his nephew. His officers cover his body. The drums keep beating. The fleet keeps fighting. The Japanese are routed. The war ends. The king who tried to execute him outlived him by 10 years. History does not remember Seonjo kindly. But Yi Sun-sin, the man he caned, demoted, and condemned, stands today as a 50-foot bronze statue in the heart of Seoul, watching over the capital he saved. His war diary is a UNESCO Memory of the World document. His turtle ship is on the Korean 101 coin. His name is on a destroyer in the Korean Navy. He saved Korea twice, once from invasion, and once from a king who, in his fear and faction-poisoned court, very nearly threw the kingdom away. The greatest threat to a hero is rarely the enemy across the sea. It is the throne behind him. The Imjin War left 3 nations broken. Korea would spend a century rebuilding. Ming China was bankrupted by the war effort and would fall to the Manchus within 50 years. And in Japan, Hideyoshi died in shame. His clan was crushed. A new shogun, Tokugawa Ieyasu, sealed Japan off from the world for 250 years. If you want to understand how that war reshaped East Asia, how it ended Hideyoshi's dynasty and launched the Tokugawa shogunate, our next documentary on the death of Toyotomi Hideyoshi and the secret succession war that followed is up now. Subscribe for more stories from the kingdom that history forgot.